You have made a lot of money trading Bitcoin. What's the secret to trading, to timing markets, to making money trading Bitcoin?
Ooh, good question. A couple of things. I would say number one, well, there's two things. You have to know if the price is going to go up or down. That's the first thing, is figuring that out. And then the second part is, as corny as it sounds, is risk management and your own mental well-being and really just being disciplined. And so, they say 95% of people who trade lose. And that's a pretty accurate number from like the data I've seen from, retail and, professional guys at Charles Schwab. Most people start off and they have like, they'll have support lines, they'll have RSIs, they'll kind of have like your general indicators, which I'm not saying they don't work, but they're missing something. They're missing something. And so, they run tight stop losses and they're going off patterns that have maybe like a 55 or a 60% win rate. And I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's enough. It's like you don't build a house with wood that has a 60% chance or a 70% chance to do the job. The Titanic busted open, and the whole Titanic ship was a beautiful ship. It was built very well, unsinkable. But the problem was that their nails, the nails and their pins that they had and were, had a 60% success rate. And then, when it came, they opened up and the whole thing sank. And man, that's really what it comes down to with trading. It's like, you really need to have a long-term plan. You deal with regret a lot. You deal with regret every single day. I coulda, I shoulda, I woulda. You have to kind of know yourself and be okay with, maybe I didn't get the best entry, maybe I didn't get the best exit, but I still made money. And then I would say, I have a saying that I was taught by I guess you could say kind of a mentor business partner, but small wins, small losses, big wins. And you kind of let the big wins catch you by surprise. And there's times where you can be like, dang, I know there's a big move coming. Um, if you got the first part locked down of trading, which is knowing what the direction is going to do, if you're able to judge its strength, like there's definitely certain times where we'll know if there's a big move probably coming. But most of the time you don't. Most of the time you don't. It's kind of like fishing. When you go fishing and you catch a fish, sometimes a small fish feels really strong, and then sometimes it's vice versa. Sometimes a big fish, it's like, dang, I reeled that sucker in real easy. But you don't really know till you get it out of the water. And in the small fish will keep your family alive. And the big fish will catch you by surprise. And so, you're not going to get every big move. Taking vacations is huge for me. There are some people I know that, man, it's like they never take a day off, and I respect those guys. But for me, I trade Bitcoin mostly. I do stocks and stuff too, but Bitcoin's really where I've made my bones. And every like couple months, the environment changes, the volume, the moves, how quickly a price will move and then come back down. Just the trade environment changes. And what I've kind of found really in the past 2 years is when that happens, I have to take time off. If I'm used to, give you an example, if I'm used to swing trading, being in a big position and Bitcoin's making 5%, 10% moves, it's just going straight down, for a week. Well, that doesn't last forever. That window opens and closes. And so on the next week, maybe it's kind of going sideways and going up and down, but my mental is still thinking that it's just going to keep going. And so what I found with me, where I'm vulnerable, is after I have a lot of wins or a big win and the transition between the trade environments. So that's something I've been working on. And I have my tools, my indicators I created. That's really what has given me and tens of thousands of other people kind of the missing link. There's more out there than just support lines and 60% chance patterns. What I like to do is I like to follow the money. What is the money doing? Is it coming in or is it coming out? I always say it's like water to a garden. You can go in the Saudi Arabia desert. If you add a water source there, plants are going to start to grow. Even though you don't see any seeds there, plants will grow if you put water on dirt for long enough. And you can go to the most lush forest. If you take that water away, all those plants disappear. So it's the same thing with trading any asset, whether it's Bitcoin or Nvidia or Tesla. When money starts coming in, the price will still go up and down, but overall price will go up. If money leaves, price will go down. So and other than that, really, besides that, and knowing just what the price is going to do, if it's going to go up and down and for how long, it's dealing with your own greed or holding on to a position too long. And listen, sometimes you're gonna, there's been plenty of times where I thought the trade was going against me. I got out of it, and then it shoots back up. Like those things happens. You just have to deal with your own ego, and really what it comes down to is dollars and cents. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about dollars and cents in developing habits, healthy habits, because this trading stuff is a long game, and it only takes one to wipe you out. And I've definitely been through it, and I've been through it more than once, and now I've kind of realized I've really trusted my gut. Actually, just these past 2 weeks, I've been trading pretty big again. I've been doing like $10 million size positions. I don't think I've been in a $10 million trade for probably 2-3 years. I've really pulled back, but the window's open, been chopping. It's probably been the best 4 or 5 months in my trading career. And in that time, we've had 2 or 3 environment changes. And one of them was today. The last 2 days, Bitcoin dropped a bunch. And the last 2 days, it went up, and I caught both rides. But today, man, it hit the bottom, it went up, and I'm like, it's kind of in that mid-floaty zone. In different time frames are showing me different things. And I just had that, my confidence went down. I felt it in my gut. And I was like, you know what? I'm pulling out, because I'm used to swing trading, or I'm used to staying in a trade for multiple days. And this is looking like it's going to go up and down multiple times today. And mentally, I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for it. So I need to take today off and reset. And that's why I believe in going on vacation, taking time off. Taking time off for me is huge. Gotta reset for the new environment. When you come back, man, it's like the clouds have parted. The sea has parted. It really feels that way. I'm like, man, why didn't I just take those 2 days off? Sure, I maybe missed the moves, but you see things so clearly now. And plus, man, it's also a very addicting industry. If you sitting and staring at a chart all day long ain't really good for you. And I found my best trades are when I enter the trade and go to sleep and wake up the next day. Obviously, I protect myself, but sitting there and staring at the chart a lot of times isn't the best thing to do. Sometimes it is, but not that often. So, yeah, I would say, to answer your original question, knowing what the price is going to do, and you have to be mentally disciplined to deal with regret and stuff like that.
Hey, if you like videos like this, make sure you subscribe to Altcoin Daily. We post one video every day. We give you an edge in crypto. Subscribe to our channel, turn notifications on, join our team.